Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler. That was iconic. That was iconic. Backs against the wall in Boston. Jimmy Butler, 47 points right on the Celtics' head. 47 points. When you thought one of the most iconic performances in Boston couldn't ever be topped, down 3-2, Big Three era, legacy game. LeBron James drops 45 points in TD Garden. Just when you thought that couldn't be topped, here comes Jimmy Butler. Unbelievable. What an icon, dude. This guy, to know what he was going through, to know that he has been dealing with stuff, that he hasn't looked like the same player since game one, walking like a zombie through some of these games because he can't get to the line, he can't make that impact. To see what he did on the road in front of all those Sully and Murphs who ESPN insists on going to after every basket. I got to see every O'Keefe and O'Malley doing a fist pump. Jimmy Butler sticks it right in him. Right in him. Everybody out here was going and saying Boston was on their way. So many Heat fans were rats off a ship. I took note of all of you, all right? There were the few that were really, really still sticking through, who knew that what happened this week was not an elimination game. Things looked bleak, but let's be honest about it. The Heat were shooting themselves in the foot more than what Boston was doing to them. And tonight, the three-point shooting showed up. You saw that. You saw that the Heat were able to spread the floor, big-time buckets, especially from Jimmy Butler, who was bringing his bag with him. Brought everything to the table. It was amazing. Incredible from Jimmy Buckets. And he shows, once again, why he's a superstar in this league, okay? Not a star, not an all-star. Oh, he's kind of fine. Is he top 15? Not an all-NBA player. Just so you guys know this week. Not named an all-NBA player in the eyes of the media. Idiots. What this guy was able to do, and what he continues to be able to do on the highest stages, on the most intense stages, when everybody counts him out. Unbelievable. 47 mother bleeping points for Jimmy Butler today. Wow. Just unbelievably wow. I want to take this point right now to thank Dwayne Wade, because to hear in Jimmy Butler's post-game interview that Dwayne Wade texted him, knew about the knee pain, told him nobody cares, you can go do this. I got such goosies, like goosies galore, Gennady Golovkin, dude, Triple G, goosies on goosies on goosies, because I was talking about this on the show this week and saying, can he muster something up? And I kept referring to that game 4 in Indiana where Dwayne Wade was fighting with Eric Spoelstra the game beforehand. Everybody was counting D-Wade out, said he looked like a shell of himself. He was walking around with those wounded knees, and he came through. And the same thing happened in the Spurs series where everybody was counting him out, and then he has game 4 on the road. Jimmy Butler, he just put himself in that pantheon. Right there with LeBron in game 6, right there with D-Wade in game 4, where people are counting you out. Don't believe in you. Obviously, everything that Wade did in 06 ain't going out like this game 3. This is right there with him. Same thing with the finals against the Lakers. Fighting everything that he's got with nobody by his side. But today, I got to give props, man, because I got to tell you, I wrote Kyle Lowry off. I was a bum. I would say everybody, I believed in everybody, did not believe Kyle Lowry had anything left in the tank. I saw the way he walked off that bus, waddling. Doesn't look like he had anything left. Didn't look like he could do anything in game 5. And he showed such big balls tonight and hit that 3 after Boston goes up. Place is rocking. You know, they're starting to believe that they're going to get the turnaround here, that the Heat have been caught, that they run out of gas. And Kyle Lowry was such a G. And I took shots at him this week on the show after that game, and I feel like such a bum. But that is why, I mean, he said before the season, I don't give two shits about what Tobin thinks. Now, he didn't know who I was at the time, but Now we can know that I was a bum who doubted him. And he came through with huge, huge onions on the road. He was so good, so clutch, with rubber hamstrings, whatever he had left in him, he came through. PJ Tucker. I never doubt PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker, my favorite acquisition this season. This guy I wish was a Heat player for his whole career because he embodies everything you love in a basketball player. And what he did on defense, what he did today with rebounding, what he did with just effort, changing the clutch free throws at the end of that game, he was a monster. A monster, dude. PJ Tucker giving the shout out to Draymond Green. And I knew that somebody had to see this because Draymond Green gets on TNT after the Warriors advance and he says, "Oh, we're playing Boston." Well, are you now? Are you now, Draymond? Because now we're coming back to Miami, baby. Game 7, Sunday night. You know I'll be boots on the ground. I can't wait to shine up my boots and be hearing Peppers in the fourth quarter like I told you we would a few days ago. That it's going to hit different, that Peppers. It's going to hit different because that's going to be a coronation Peppers. That's going to be a ticket to the finals Peppers. So I love the fact that not only PJ Tucker, Udonis Haslem, also thanking Draymond Green. So I also want to say thank you, Draymond Green. Thank you, Draymond Green. What a performance from Jimmy, man. 47 in front of all those Beantowners. Just having to eat that. Thinking they're going to get the Larry Bird trophy. Oh, no, you'll get to see it be handed to Jimmy Butler on Sunday night. That's what you'll get to see. That's what you'll get to see. Max Strus, my guy. This is the reason you write songs. This is the reason that you go out there and you find inspiration for this guy. Because he could have hit the broadside of a barn. And then all of a sudden, second half comes around, and it was Strus juice flowing like fine wine. We were saying we wanted the land of milk and honey, and there he was to provide big-time shots. His range and sanity knows no bounds. He will shoot it. He was shooting it from Foxborough at one point. He does not care. Ice water in Max Strus. And as soon as he got that bucket, and he had a big old smile on his face, you saw those handsome cheeks of his light up. You're like, ooh, Strucy's feeling it now. Strusy is feeling it now. And he was. And what a guts win that was for everybody who was writing this team off, for everybody who was ready to give Boston their little ticket to the finals. Well, now what, dude? Now what? Can't wait to see you on Sunday. And when they go to the crowd shot, and they go to Alonzo Mourning, giving the fist pump. Yeah. Oof. The emotions got the best of me. I was like, whoa. A little tear in my eye from a fired up Alonzo Mourning. Because he's sitting there with Riley. They're sitting there with all these Boston fans. And you know Riley hates Boston. We all know this. What does he say? F Boston. What does he say? F Boston. That's what we know. And so to sit there with Alonzo Mourning and be like, idiots. And they all just have to shuffle out there. And by the way, finally got like an iconic game in this series. You know, a back and forth, tightly contested. Both teams making runs. Derek White was incredible for them. Tatum and Brown got off to incredible starts. This game was really intense. People were so mad at the referee. The referees had to like give warnings to people. Victor Oladipo coming in, getting a big time charge. He was huge today. Everything, man. It was just an incredible night. This was an incredible win. This is one you're going to remember. Like, Spo said this. You know, Spo said after Game 5, he says, let's go. Let's make a memory. We'll be back here for the 29th. And he has a level of crazy to him, and he has a level of insanity to him that you have to respect as the leader of the franchise because he loves diving in when things look bleak and coming out smelling like a rose. So that was just absolutely tremendous. Really, really tremendous to see that. I can't believe it. I mean, like, I can believe it, but it's like for Jimmy Butler to top 2012 Game 6. Do you know that's an all-timer, Heat fans? Like, that's an all-timer. And for him to outscore, same scenario, we're all feeling the same way. All that, the kid, good job, good effort. Everybody's like, oh, shut up, kid. You don't know what you're talking about. And so many Heat fans, wanted to go recruit Joel Embiid, blow it up. I took note of all of you. You banned from the parade and don't show up for Game 7. All right? Give your tickets to somebody else if you had that kind of doubt in you. Unbelievable. Those cheeks are going to be so tight on Boston. Ooh-wee. Guys got gifted a couple games, dude. Worst performances I've ever seen. Jim VP's woken up now. He's woken up now, baby. He is back in the series. D Wade, giving him the inspiration. Can't say enough. Unbelievable. What a night. What a game. Jimmy Butler.